Hello, Carrie here. I am working in my altered book, and I did this challenge where I did one page that was entirely textile, another page that was entirely collage, and now today I'm going to be working on the one that is entirely paint. Now I've already gessoed this page and I've also stuck a little bit of collage in. That I did when I first prepared the altered book. So now I'm going in with my homemade stencil of a lady's face, and I'm just going to sponge some blue watercolour. I'm going to work in watercolours entirely. I'm going to sponge some watercolour on just to capture the features of the face. My plan is to have a face and some flowers running across the page, and I'm just reinforcing some of the colours. They're a bit pale, so I'm making them a bit darker in places. I'm holding the stencil to remind me of the exact shape of the cutouts there. That's better, that's a little bit more clearer. And now I'm going in with some flower shapes. My plan is just to do some loose watercolour flowers all over. This is partly a practice for another painting I'm going to be doing, but it's for a gift, so I can't show that. Just experimenting with flower shapes. This is meant to be sort of a large rose, an open rose, and down here I'm doing another flower. It's going to be side on this time. So I'm starting off with my pinks. I'm using a cross between Opera Rose, of course, and alizarin crimson. Mixed together they make a nice soft pink. I will be working into them further once they've dried a little bit. And now I'm just adding some other pink touches, indicating flowers and buds and things all over the page. What I'm trying to get is sort of a dynamic curve going from the bottom left-hand corner to the top right-hand corner. So I'm using the alizarin crimson there. And now I'm going in with some yellow, and I'm making some yellow flowers. It's a warm yellow. I'm not quite sure which one it is. It looks like a sort of cadmium yellow, but I don't tend to use the cadmium, so I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a nice warm yellow. I haven't got my chart here with me. I'm recording downstairs and the chart's upstairs. And now with a bit of, I think it's a bit of red added to that yellow, I'm indicating some flowers on the top right hand corner there as well. And now going with some green, I'm going to do some leaves. Leaf shapes all over. What I'm doing to create the leaves is I'm going in with a round paintbrush, and I'm pressing lightly at first, barely touching the paper at first, then pressing the belly of the paintbrush down and then lifting it again, and that gives that pretty elongated pointed leaf shape. And now I'm adding some blue flowers, and that ties together the face image. It's a bit difficult here in this crease, but I think I managed. What I like about this is I still can see the text. I didn't put so much gesso on that the text is obliterated. That adds an extra layer to the book spread. I'm working with two jam jars. One I'm using for the pinks and yellows, and one I'm using for the blues and greens to wash my brush in. Adding some more leaf shapes. And I'm going in to reinforce some of these abstract painted flowers to make them look a little bit more realistic. Adding a bit of depth here and there. And although this isn't the last 2 pages in the book, it is the last empty 2 pages in the book. So very soon I'll be able to do a flip through. Working on those yellow flowers now, just adding a bit more lighter yellow to the mix. Adding a bit of orange in the centre of them. Letting the colours run. And now I'm reinforcing the colours on this shape down in the bottom here. Adding some more little rosebuds. Working on the colour in that one there. Try to get the darker areas in. To indicate it that it's side on. Adding some little blue spiky flowers, and down on the bottom there as well. I do like doing those, just lots of squiggles. They're such fun. I'm adding some more leaves. And I've got a bit of Viridian green mixed in, so it's a different colour green. And I'm using it to go over some areas of the leaves, just to give them a bit more depth, adding some more up there. I thought that area was a little bit blank, so I've added some more leaf shapes. I'm just adding some dots and some dashes here and there, just to liven it up a bit and add a bit more interest. And now I'm going to finalise this shape down here that was not looking right at all. And this one up here. And now I'm going in with the Inktense pencils to draw in some stalks. This is the only drawing bit I've done on this. I'm just adding little dashes of colour now. I did think about actually splashing the page, but I decided I'd be a little bit more controlled. Just adding some loose bits of colour here and there. I do believe I'm getting to the fiddling stage now. Adding some more blue bits. So I've only used a few colours. I've used alizarin crimson, opera rose for the reds. I've used a warm yellow, I can't quite remember what that is, a bit of Aurelian yellow. I've used cobalt blue and ultramarine blue. I've used sap green and viridian green. Those are the colours that I've used. I can list them below. Just reinforcing the face again. Seems to have got paler as I've worked on other areas. It's bringing the tone up to match. And so here it is finished. There we go, zoom in. And here we are, it's finished. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.